ambitious but lazy. This story will change you forever. Once upon a time, in a small village, surrounded by tall green trees and wide golden fields, there lived a boy named Kabir. Kabir had the biggest dreams in the whole village. One day, he would say proudly, "I will be the richest and most respected person here." The villagers smiled when they heard him. They liked his confidence. But there was one small problem. Kabir loved to dream, but he did not love to work. Every morning, before the sun rose, the farmers walked to their fields with tools on their shoulders. They worked under the hot sun, planting seeds, watering crops, and pulling out weeds. Kabir stayed in bed. "I'll start tomorrow," he would say. Pulling his blanket over his head, tomorrow became his favorite word. Next to Kabir's house lived an old farmer named Uncle Ravi. He was not very strong anymore, but he was wise. His field was always full of healthy crops. Even during storms, his plants stood tall. One day, Uncle Ravi walked past Kabir's empty land. "Kabir," he asked gently, "when will you plant your seeds?" "Tomorrow," Kabir answered quickly. "I have big plans." Uncle Ravi smiled, but said nothing. The next morning before sunrise, Uncle Ravi knocked on Kabir's door. "Kabir," he said, "come with me." Sleepy and confused, Kabir followed him to the river near the village. The water was calm and clear. Uncle Ravi picked up 2 small buckets and handed one to Kabir. "Fill this bucket with water," he said. Kabir filled it easily. "Good," Uncle Ravi said. "Now carry it back to your house." Kabir started walking. But on the way, he got distracted. He stopped to talk to a friend. He rested under a tree. By the time he reached home, most of the water had spilled out. The bucket was almost empty. Uncle Ravi then filled his own bucket and walked slowly but steadily back home without stopping. When they reached Kabir's house, Uncle Ravi's bucket was still full. Kabir looked surprised. "How did you keep all the water?" Uncle Ravi smiled. "I didn't stop walking." Kabir didn't fully understand. The next day, Uncle Ravi took him to the field. "Today," he said, "we will plant seeds together." They planted small seeds in Kabir's empty land. "Now," Uncle Ravi said, "these seeds need water every day, not once, not sometimes, every day." Kabir nodded. On the first day, he watered the seeds carefully. On the second day, he did the same. On the third day, he felt tired. "I'll water them later," he said. But later, he forgot. The next morning, he noticed the soil was dry. Some tiny sprouts looked weak. Uncle Ravi came by and asked, "Did you water them yesterday?" Kabir looked down. "No." Uncle Ravi gently said, "Dreams are like these seeds. If you stop caring for them, even for a short time, they begin to weaken." Kabir felt a little sad. Over the next few weeks, something interesting happened. Whenever Kabir watered the plants every day, they grew taller and stronger. Whenever he skipped a day, the plants struggled. He started to see the connection. One afternoon, a strong windstorm hit the village. The sky turned dark and the wind blew hard. After the storm, many small plants in the village had fallen. Kabir ran to his field nervously. Some of his plants had fallen too, especially the ones he had forgotten to water. Their roots were weak, but the plants he had cared for daily were still standing. Uncle Ravi stood beside him. "Do you see now?" he asked. Kabir nodded slowly. "If you want strong results," Uncle Ravi said, "you need strong habits, and strong habits are built every single day." That night, Kabir thought deeply. He realized he had been carrying empty buckets all his life, starting things, stopping halfway, and wondering why nothing stayed. The next morning, before anyone woke him up, Kabir opened his eyes. He wanted to sleep more, but he remembered the weak plants. He got up. He went to his field. He watered every plant carefully. Day after day, he continued, even when it was hot, even when he felt tired. Even when his friends laughed and said, "Why are you working so hard?" Slowly, his field began to change. Small green sprouts became tall, strong crops. His once empty land turned into a beautiful sea of green. The villagers were surprised. "Is this the same Kabir who always said tomorrow?" they asked. Yes, it was, but he was different now. One evening, Kabir stood beside Uncle Ravi and said, "I understand now. Success is not magic. It is small work done every day." Uncle Ravi smiled proudly. Exactly. Years later, Kabir truly became successful. People respected him, not because he talked about big dreams, but because he worked for them. And whenever children in the village said, "I want to be great," Kabir would gently tell them, "It's good to dream big, but remember, even the biggest tree starts as a tiny seed, and that seed needs water every single day." So, if you have a big dream in your heart, don't just talk about it. Start today. Take one small step, then another, and never let tomorrow steal your success, because dreams grow when you do. The end.